Hey, Tube Electric Adventures here. Slightly colder today. Couple of pickups from a local mate, Gary, arcade related, which is always very nice. We've done a trade for some things. He doesn't do video, but anyway, I've added to one of my pre-orders of the mini arcades for him, let's put it that way. He had a spare MVS cartridge, and it's another shooter. It's Aero Fighters 2. Good old used on the side there. The connectors don't look too bad. Aero Fighters 2 is not actually a too bad shooter. I actually have a Aero Fighters 1 PCB that works. The first game, but the second game just adds a little bit more to the gameplay and is quite good fun. There's also an Aero Fighters 3, which is like a boss rush game rather than a full true sequel. So Aero Fighter 2 is quite a good title. And the main item, that was the bonus item, is an arcade PCB. It comes with some spare chips, but it's none than a Raiden arcade PCB, which are finicky beasts. They have these horrible customs here, so this custom's been remounted, and this one is working. I do actually have a Raiden PCB, but its sound section is completely and utterly stuffed. I'm hoping that maybe I can still get that working, but work in progress. So, and somebody, I bought that PC, as I said, it boots, but the sound doesn't work, and it gets really hot in this section of the board here where the sound is, and especially this custom here gets really hot. So until I find a replacement of those, I'm pretty stuck. And this is one of my favourite, more modern arcade games. I love the whole Raiden series. Raiden 1 obviously is the original one that got me hooked on the series, so it's really nice to have a PCB. So we'll plug it in a minute and give it a go. Now we do have some spare chips. I'll just hold those up. So they're ones that have got some pull-up resistors added to them. I'm not sure where they... I'm just having a look where I can see Sony chips on the board and see lots of things. The Raiden boards have lots of custom chips on them, so they're not as easy to repair as some other boards. But I'm not sure what these spares are for, but I'll figure that out eventually. So what we'll do is we'll plug, we'll go for the MVS cartridge first, plug that in, get it working, and then we'll plug in the Raiden and give it a go. Right, so I did give it a little clean, always do it on connectors, but plugged it into the Neo Geo MVS 1 slot and works straight away. And interesting enough, out of all the games on the multi-cartridge, this is probably the one that I selected by default. If I wasn't necessarily going to play a game straight away, I just wanted something on the background and then I'd have a game later. So I have played this one more than some other MVS titles. And as you notice, it's a wide aspect game, which is perfectly suited towards this hardware, of course. Really must fix that credit button, but anyway. Right, so you just have the two fire buttons. And your special weapon. You do have quite a few different fighters you can choose, which is excellent. And it does the levels in random order. So shooting the helicopter yields a power up, which increases our weapon power. And it's not too hard to start with. Like as an example, we can shoot those large yellow shops. Didn't quite get him before he went off the screen. Sorry, talking and playing. And it is quite a widescreen game, so it works well with two players. So there's enough to keep two players busy. There we go, we're starting to get a bit More build up now. Our boss is hidden in this tower here. There we go. As you can see, the enemies are in groups, side by side. Look at our mini boss. Because we can shoot those large shots, it's not too bad. Oops! Oh, except when you make a big mistake. So of course we can use our special weapon to do a bit of damage to him. Often wise when you've made a big mistake like that. And we go to our next level. So I really do like this new cabinet my friend gave me, Aaron, and so Gary's in the same group of friends that Aaron comes from. So the more of these you collect, of course, the more bonus you get at the end of the level. Big building, this is a bomb. Grab him before we get to the boss. So the levels aren't that long, as you can see. It doesn't take too long to get to the boss. But you have to watch the little fire. So obviously you can't shoot that, and I made a mistake again. Whoop, and game over. So really cool having that as a dedicated game in my Neo Geo collection. As I said, not actively collecting them, these just happened that I've got obviously the couple of titles in a row and this cabinet. Still need to get it a nice marquee that's a Neo Geo marquee, but I actually quite like having the dedicated games because then you leave the game in there for a while and you can focus just playing the game, and when you're getting a little sick of it then you swap out the games. Whereas the ones where you've got lots to choose from, half the time you go up to the game and you go, what game am I going to play? And you spend more time thinking about what game you're going to play than actually playing games. Alright, let's plug Raiden into the vertical cabinet and give it a go. Right, so here we go, I've got it in the vertical cab. Had a minor scare there. I had no sound to start with, but the my minus 5 volt cord was undone. Some PCBs require a minus 5 volt and usually for sound. So if you don't have any sound, always check that. Here we go with Raiden. So I haven't played it for ages on a real PCB, but I've played it. I've got plenty of home versions. So let's see if my skills have a memory. A lot of shoot 'em ups. It is all about memorising patterns. I didn't actually really want the blue one, but that's okay. Too much playing the home versions. Things might be slightly different. We'll go with blue. I normally go with the red. I reckon. If you get too used to playing home versions, sometimes the difficulty can be a little bit different. Oh Jesus, I don't know how I missed that. Fairy allows you to recover your stuff. potentially if you die during the the real thing is different timing. Right, last time. Oops. So we'll practice when we go herb on. Oh! Ah, damn it. So I miss all the bonuses. I suppose not bad for first going cold, but a little disappointing. So now, of course, being these sort of games, knocks you back on power-ups now. So obviously not doing a lot of talking, sorry, but this requires a lot of concentration. All the way away from me. Then I stuffed up because I had too many things and I wanted to a specific type of got me again. I am out of practice. Oh dear. Normally I get further than that, but it really is an absolutely fantastic classic shooter that I've loved since the first time I saw it. So it is fantastic that I have a dedicated PCB, and I said I do like hard shooters. So the other game I had in here was Fire Shark, the last and hardest of the Topan Shark series. And this will be another one to test out my skills. So this one's going to stay in my vertical for a while, and I'll get some good gameplay sessions out of it, but that's not high enough. I need to get higher. So thank you, Gary. Very much appreciate doing this trade review. This will definitely get lots of play, and it's wonderful having my vertical back and the screen lovely. So, alright, I'm Electric Adventures. Thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.